Joining us now, Monday Night Football analyst Riddick, live from Vegas. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So Rodgers had one of the worst games of his career yesterday, but even if you look at the other Aaron there, Jones and the Packers backs, they only rushed for a total of 43 yards. So what concerns you the most with this Green Bay offense?
I think really, Hannah, it really starts with just their body language and their overall intensity on opening weekend. Look, the New Orleans Saints have been displaced. They've not been in their homes. They've been worried about loved ones. They're playing in a competitor's stadium. It's not even their own crowd. And look, they came out and played like a team that really, it was business as usual for them, and a team that really expects to be in the NFC Championship game and be a title contender. And Green Bay looked like a team that was haphazard, lethargic, wasn't real on the details. And Aaron Rodgers in particular was making decisions with the football that are just not characteristic of him. And they will bring back discussions of 2 to 3 years ago when people thought, had he crested the mountain and was he on his way down as far as his performance level is concerned. Now, he's telling everybody to relax, that it's just one game, that they will get it figured out. But when the head coach kind of echoes what my sentiments were and many people who watched the game sentiments were, that this is a football team that looked woefully unprepared and looked very lethargic, look, that's something that catches our attention because we expected better out of this team. I expected better out of Aaron, given everything that has happened this offseason and him wanting to, come out and really show the Green Bay Packers management, look, I'm still one of the baddest dudes in the NFL. It just didn't look that way at all.
Yeah, he was really pressing. And I know you're going to be in Green Bay next week. So a week from tonight, the Packers are going to host the Lions. And Detroit's not going to have corner Jeff Okudah. He's out for the season with a torn Achilles. So we'll see how Rodgers and company respond.
Give us one thing that you're watching for from each team tonight, starting with the visiting Ravens.
Yeah, I think with the Ravens, look, it's going to really be about, Jay, whether or not they have a Robin to kind of be, Lamar Jackson's Batman. He cannot carry the load all by himself on the offensive side of the ball. So really, it's going to be up to Tyson Williams, the running back now who's thrust into the limelight, the guy who now has to be that next running back that we're talking about in the NFL that people go, where the heck did this guy come from? And why do we ever pay running back big money when you can find guys like this who were on practice squads just a year ago? I can tell you this, Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, loves this young man. Said last year during the COVID year, this guy stood out in training camp, stood out with his practice habits all year long. The team believes in him. He's big, he's 5'10", 220 pounds. You can see here in these clips, he can get after it. I'm hoping this is one of those guys at the end of the night that we go, they found themselves another one.
What about the Raiders?
For the Raiders, it's just about the defensive side of the football. Look, they have played playoff caliber offensive play since John Gruden came here 4 years ago. They have done enough on the offensive side to win. Defensively is what has really let them down. It's what has led to late game collapses and them losing games that they should have won. And Gus Bradley right now is charged with simplifying the scheme, making it about really execution and playing fast and playing with good fundamentals. It's a scheme that really, he helped implement along with Pete Carroll back in the day in Seattle that was designed to get young players to be able to play quickly because it eliminated a lot of the clutter and just allowed their athletic ability to shine through. That needs to come through tonight, and they're going to need to have that come through tonight. Otherwise, we know what Lamar Jackson does in prime time. We know how electric he can be. They cannot afford to get off to a start where it's 0-1 and the Vegas fans are sitting here going, is this going to be the same old Raiders? They can't have that be the narrative exiting this game.
Only the Jaguars and Lions allowed more points than the Raiders last season. Riddick, always a pleasure to get your insight here on SportsCenter.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.